Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. It is Captain Valen, as always. Today I'm coming to you as Seto, the Divine Soul Rogue, who is really just here for shiggles and gits and putting bodies in fits. So I'm here with the usual assholes, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
I'm asshole number one.
Yeah, come on, dude.
I play Mike, Steve, the Furblog Druid. And if you have shiggles and gits,
Oh
I
wait, it's
suggest you see your
motherfucker,
doctor.
son of a bitch.
Come on.
Yo, my brain is so bad right now. Holy shit.
We are literally never getting monetized.
Oh
I'm just
my
putting it
God.
out there.
Shit.
Yo, my brain's not good, but motherfucker is still like that's what we are.
Hi, stream, it's us.
I am motherfucking number two. My name is Zoe. I play Walden, the Warforged Barbarian Ranger.
I am asshole, aka motherfucker. I am Joe. I play Jorg, the Goliath Barbarian.
And I am the final motherfucker for now. Sage of Sage. And I might be an asshole, but it's only because I'm the DM. Last time on A Hills Have Bones, the gang did some things and some stuff, and it was great. No. You guys descended into the Warforged factory. You managed to delve deep into the Desert Heart's secrets and have discovered that potentially the chair that Lucrid was searching for may not have been literal all of this time. His intel could have been off, but what could have caused it? As you start to rest your wounds, everyone should have a long rest now. You talk with the goblins you're familiar with, along with Lucrid and Gruta, Liza, and I think the priest that you guys rescued from the aftershock earthquake. I would say you guys probably needed a rest, so you'd probably settle down and calm down and start the day from here. It was quite early morning when we took on the factory. We start the day at probably quite early again, but into the actual next day. Around 7 a.m. The city is quiet but starting to bustle again as it once was. You hear the occasional bell and feel the occasional rumble as more aftershock earthquakes hit the city, but none of them seem anywhere near as dangerous as the one before it. We start off with Liza seeming to have some form of argument with Lucrid about the chair.
Okay.
And we'll start there.
All right.
I listen in on the argument.
I just don't understand how you could have made such a mistake. Wasn't it obvious?
Well, it wasn't to me. I assure you this was not intentional. And you kind of hear them like going back and forth about like how could he have taken something so literal. Gruta, I think, was quite wounded last time. No, it was Lucrid that was quite wounded. So Gruta is just kind of like tending to some of that. Crick and Crack and Yen, the goblins, are doing their best to kind of make some form of breakfast. You notice that there's definitely a lot of stuff that's been like going off while so much has been going on that they're like throwing out. So most of this is like salted meat and nuts. But they do give you like some hospitality they can afford. The priest you rescued is not really looking so great, but they don't seem to be listening in.
I'm gonna. Who looks worse, the priest or Gruta?
I would say the priest.
I'm gonna go see if I can medical up the priest a bit.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
Yep.
We'll go
Split.
for...
It's all right.
That's right. Okay. With a 14, you look over the priest's wounds. You feel like most of it seems to be psychological, like some PTSD from being betrayed by who they thought was a leader. But I think mostly what you'd get from that is like these are superficial. The only real large wounds have kind of started to heal up overnight, so you reckon they'll be okay. But Groot is definitely doing better than they were.
Gotcha. I'm gonna ask the priest what was going on. If he could tell us any more information about what the heck that lich was doing / why were they following, any sort of more information that we can get from him as an insider.
Yeah. So what do you ask them? Like more specifically, like how do you start the conversation?
Well, obviously I go over there, see how he's doing. I'm like, hey, how you holding up after that fiasco?
I don't even, and they're really shell shocked. Like it's not medical in terms of like long-term damage. They've gone through a lot. Like they've watched potentially, like the gist you get is that they've watched someone they thought was like divine not be divine and like sacrifice all of their kind of companions, and you get the idea that there was like a command like spell happening that was making these priests interact with the portal.
I guess I'm just gonna continue my questions. Like, what were you guys doing down there?
They said that if we completed a ritual, then the water would come back.
Who's they?
I don't even know who they were now. Everything's so cloudy.
I am going to
Yeah,
kind of step forward. I'm just gonna be like,
I don't think we're getting anywhere with this guy right now.
did you know what you had been doing this entire time?
Roll me an insight.
Nah.
That's what I did.
I didn't know what it would be for. I didn't realize what it would be for.
You think that could be true, but like there seems to be a block.
A block?
So
like something is fucking with him, or like he's like trying not to think about what he's done.
It seems almost more like something has fucked with him, and now he's trying not to think about it.
Okay.
As he brings up the water, though, Liza's lack of ears do perk up and come over and remind you, Walden.
The water situation has been quite the issue, actually. I wouldn't mind getting to the bottom of it myself.
Right. There's those quakes involved as well, not only now but in the past.
Yes, I do believe Martha should be somewhere. Who was looking after Martha?
Seto.
Yes, Seto.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. And where did you? Because they might have just not been on the map thing. Hold on.
Yep.
I think they were there. Give me one sec. Yeah, Martha's probably where you put them though. Like, I think they'd just be waking up.
Mm-hmm. Whoa there. Take it easy, Martha. And kind of pulls back the thing a little bit so you can see his face better.
Oh, yes. I came here to find you, actually.
Irony abounds, because we came here to find you.
Yes, it does seem that there's something working in our favor. Liza too. I've been looking into the readings on my equipment, and I'm pretty sure now that there's been some large geographical changes. Can we trust this priest man?
No.
Then I suggest we share this in a situation that they can't hear.
I agree. Kind of takes a deep breath for a moment, as you can tell he's fighting an impulse. And it's like, kind of looks around, because I figure they're all kind of in the same hut, just different parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like this hut is very tiny. It is really like a tented hut. But you do kind of all just about manage to get in without being touching and stuff. It's probably only about a 30-foot hut, though, I'll be real. Like tops.
Right.
Like squared.
Nice. Then he looks over at Steve and is like, how are we going to deal with the compelled priest?
What do you mean by deal with? He's one of our only sources of information right now. So I would not hurt him, and I would try to keep a close eye on him.
Can I kneel down next to the priest? There is something I want to say to him real quick. I'll kneel down next to the priest and I'll be like, you have hurt people. You have put entire groups of people directly in harm's way, either through your direct actions or your indirect passivity. You made things worse for so many people. How do you justify that to yourself?
I didn't think it would make things worse. There's so many bad people already here. I thought this would make it better.
And what will you do now that you know you have failed?
In my heart of hearts, I did want things to be better. Maybe I could try and arrange a meeting with a different temple and heal what we've done.
All right. And he's like not physically hurt that much. I'm assuming he could probably go and start that process now.
Before he has a chance to leave, said it was like, "Aye, priest boy.
Yeah.
You don't need a church to do the right thing. Don't hold on to a crutch if it's not helping you."
Oh. The only reason I think of another temple is we have enough alliance with them that I wouldn't have to persuade them to make things right.
And
they leave. Yeah. They leave. They walk out the tent.
Fucking crutches.
You don't sense that it was insincere. The temples do seem to have large amounts of control over the city. It's not unreasonable that would be a good way of making a difference. But as you guys kind of start to like conversate a little bit over the next, like, I don't know, 15 minutes, half an hour, while you're eating this salted meat and nuts. Yeah.
When whatchamacallit delivers that, since we all already agreed on this, Seto kind of pulls out from the bag of holding one of the gold bars, now especially now that the priest is gone, you know, and slides it over to not Glenn. I know Glenn's the other one.
Yen.
Yen, thank you. To Yen, and goes, "Some mighty fine victuals you have here." And kind of gives him a wink.
Real?
Just gives him a wink and takes his food away.
So I think roll me persuasion.
17.
Yen, I don't think Yen would have been super comfortable accepting this, because Yen is literally just in a shack handing you some salted meat. But you kind of give them that smolder, and Yen goes, "Well, very good." And they kind of seem to like go down into that tiny little basement you guys hid in a while ago, and seem to start like tinkering away with something. After a minute, you see Crick and Crack kind of like peering down there, like giggling to each other. Yeah, as you kind of reward Yen for the breakfast. Now the priest has left. Martha turns to you as a group and says, it's a little bit more private now, so I feel a little more comfortable, I suppose. But the seismic activity around this area, and has even been affecting the coast as well, leads me to, well, I don't know how to politely say this, two conclusions. One of them is that the fossilization process of the ruins is in its final stages. And the other conclusion would be that the water is going somewhere I can't predict. But we're getting more floods now at the coast. And Auntie Grin, I'm so glad to see you, but missing the council meeting has meant that Hanker has taken political control over more of the alliance than we would like.
I don't know if I'm the one holding this, but I'm gonna either give or suggest we give the seeing stone to her so she can get in touch with the town and do any town stuff she's got to do.
Yes, that is a good idea, because that was the plan that we had with that.
With Auntie Grin?
Yeah. Maybe we have
Yes.
a divination telescope.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know it was like a walkie-talkie like system. It was like, you know, we can contact.
Oh, that's
people
right. We had the
from-
the sending stones.
Yeah.
Sending stone.
Yeah. Yeah, so you
We
hand them
left
the
one in
stones.
town to get in contact when we found her.
You hand the stone you have over to Auntie Grin, and they go, "Ah, yes, perfect. Now, if you'll excuse me, as much as I'm happy to see you, Martha, I do think it's important I set some records straight." And you kind of see them like they don't go down into the kind of basement area, but they hobble off into like a slightly quieter part of the tent, and they start like drawing up massive like Charlie like map of like how they're gonna fix the political control situation. And you hear them like over talking on the phone to the librarians and kind of checking in. And after a minute, they come back and go, "Great. Well, I won't lie. Things aren't looking great, and really not great. But at the same time, this is recoverable for. Now, what have you found out since going to the Warforce factory?"
Well, what exactly did we find out? There were the notes
The whites that they use in the armor, the undead.
Right. They had undead at the factory. There were the notes from the doctor
Which we
talking
kept.
about. Did we read through the notes? I don't remember what they say.
I don't think you guys
We didn't
did
take the time.
successfully-
Yeah, we were kind of
no.
rushing. Yeah.
So basically, we just got a stack of notes and we're like, we got papers.
Yeah. I want to read through those now
Yeah.
that we have some time. We saw the kind of remnants of my line that were kind of kept on display.
Was it? This is from my memory. Was it just your line, or was it specifically your unit? Because that's what I remember.
It was kind of that's kind of one and the same, right? Like,
I
no,
don't-
or maybe not exactly. I don't remember, but like, there was basically the skeleton of my friend there in the office, who was a part of my specific unit.
All right. I'm also trying to remember for myself. Sorry for interrupting.
Right.
No, that's okay.
Then there were the slaves who got their feet cut off automatically, and then there was the slaver who I don't know what his deal was, and then
He got Hulk smashed, if I remember correctly.
oh yeah, no, he's gone now. He's obliterated. And then the whole portal shit down in the basement.
I see.
Anything that I know that he didn't say, I summarize.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Steve, you mentioned a couple of bits that kind of help paint the picture. Walden does a good job kind of giving a rundown of like the military kind of like we killed this guy and this guy happened, and then Steve's kind of like there was this thing and there was this thing. And I'm gonna say, Walden, that when you mention the notes, Martha, who is an artificer, kind of looks up at you and goes, could I see?
You would probably make better sense out of them than I would. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. This could take me some time, but I might be able to find a solution to your future issue.
Okay. I guess I'll believe that when I see it.
Just to clarify, did you say that out loud, Steve?
Future issue?
Yeah. So as you
Oh, I
question
do.
that,
I look at her and I go, you got like eyebrows up, like what, really?
yeah. So as you mentioned that, Martha nods and kind of quietly says this to Walden, so that it's Walden's choice to share it. But she says to you, well, if the ruins are deteriorating in magic, and your core is a non-synthetic version of them, there is a chance that you will run out too.
I'm definitely
that's
trying
true.
to overhear that if possible.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll share it. I might as well. In Walden's mind, hearing that, it's like there's a bit of like existential despair, but it's like this is like in Walden's mind, this is essentially like an equivalent to dying of old age.
Yeah. Martha does start looking over the schematics, so they do seem to think they might be able to do something about it. And as they're kind of studying in the hut, and you guys finish up with breakfast, Liza turns to you and says, "Now, I know, chaps, you're not the fondest of fish as I am. Truly, how could anyone be fervent like me about them? But I would really like to look into it."
I am fine with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
What was I gonna say?
Good.
I think we're all in agreement here.
In that case, Luca, darling, would it be possible for you to sort out your own mistake? And Luca kind of sheepishly nods. And him and Gruta say to you guys that they're going to try and find out what happened to the chair of honor. Because something's definitely happened to them, and there should be a person in a position to do something about that. So they're gonna now they've got their lead clarified. They're gonna go try and find out what's happened.
Can I ask a question?
Yes?
Maybe this is something that we've already kind of figured out. In
Yes.
Game. Do we know what the what the whole what the deal is with this chair? Like, do we know the importance of it?
It's just old, and I could maybe speak to it. That he knows of.
So you guys never actually asked, but yes, I have been waiting to talk about it.
Well, I
It's
guess I'll
fine.
ask now.
It's like-
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. Just flip through my notepad and find where I put that, because that was a while ago.
Thought I knew. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, this was something that we hadn't clarified yet, because I think we only found out about the intel being a little bit off a session or two ago.
We had gotten like a baseline thing of oh, we have a reason to talk to this, but I just kind of realized there's something more going on here. This is talked about a sort of importance and reverence that that does not equivalent to maybe we could talk to somebody through this. There's something more going on here.
Yeah, absolutely. And where have I put it? One sec. I think it's in a different notebook, which is my bad. But luckily, sorry, I have 5 or 6 notebooks, and I wish I would just assign them rather than work in all 6 of them simultaneously. But it is what it is. It's in my green one. It's not in the big one. I've written this down already. Is that it? Okay, sweet. So yeah, as you kind of prod them for more intel, because they're kind of being a little bit I don't know, almost treating you of course you know this thing that we're being really vague about. And they start to kind of realize oh no, this might not have come up. And so Liza kind of shaking her head at Lucas and Gruta for not explaining sooner. Now, Walden, you would know of the concept of the Chair of Honor, but you might not have put it together until they start talking about them being multiple chairs. And Liza walks you through the new system that's been ruling over Hanka. She says that there's a chair of honor which has been recently assassinated. She says that there's a chair of wealth who has for a very long time controlled aspects of the library and the churches, and that there's been a chair of divinity which has controlled kind of the flow of the actual people. And that these were linked to the adventurers that formed the original alliance between the cities.
Okay.
Wait, so these motherfuckers are talking chairs of a board of people?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
I look at Lucrid are you fucking kidding me?
So it was a person I could have just killed this whole time.
Well, in my defense, they're already dead.
Right, like
fair
these
defense.
people died a long time ago. Like they did a while ago,
Well, but the
and they haven't been
position.
replaced.
It's the position, right? It's the chair. Whoever sits in the chair currently is the thing, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you're at, oh, you can just see like start to get like frustrated.
The whole point of this is that they haven't been replaced. Like these guys died, but the positions were never filled.
Yeah. Well, and like Lucred is super sheepish about this because like he has been looking for a dead wooden chair and not a person for months.
Oh, that's the
Um,
miscommunication.
Oh,
Oh
so
my
we're all
God.
pissed.
Like
and
he
he's-
specifically
oh.
needed me to speak to the chair because I could speak with plants.
he absolutely believed to the bottom of his soul because he didn't know it was the chair of honor. He just knew it was a chair.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
Oh boy.
This person does not feel good.
Seto puts a hand on Lucre's arm and is like, honestly, I've made bigger mistakes.
I
It's
really
alright.
thought it was a chair. I thought I needed to
it's
talk to a
okay.
chair.
And kind of just like squeezes him, like compresses his shoulders, but very slightly because of that 8 strength. It's like, it's fine. Everyone makes mistakes. You've apologized. And then he just like lets it be. And just when he goes to, he just puts his hand up and takes a couple steps away. And like, you've done your part. Everyone makes mistakes.
If it helps, I can tell you more about their names.
Any information would help.
Well, recently, and I don't think Liza's been here since it happened, but there's a new chair. It's a chair of scrolls. The universities only happened in the last couple of 100 years to grow so much. Pi Dawnsickle is the chair of scrolls. They're new, but I suppose older than the assassination.
What's their name?
Pi Dawnsickle.
Pie, no, like pie, like delicious pie.
Like PAI.
Oh, pie. Ah,
I think that's Psycho. I can't spell good.
let me just put this in an anagram, the scrambler.
Right? I was doing that in my brain. It's like, does that spell Brad Langford? Like,
Actually, you should probably know the chair of honor that was recently killed. Their name was Evelyn.
Evelyn?
Evelyn. And oh,
Evelyn.
hold on.
Who? How did he die? Who killed him?
Evelyn Marish. Well, that's the thing. They went missing and they're assumed dead now, I suppose. But
we don't.
What the?
there's important. The thing is, the Chair of Wealth and the Chair of Divinity, all of these chairs, they didn't used to have city rulership. They used to be adventurers. Auntie Grin over here, please help me out. And Auntie Grin kind of looks up and looks at him like, this is the mess you've created. And goes, well, look, the thing is, me and Martha and, well, used to be Lacree, I suppose, were capable of defending the village, and therefore, as experienced adventurers, we were able to govern. Mayor Winton, back at the start of this random affair we've ended up in, he was one too. Many of us are accomplished, and if you're accomplished, you're rewarded. That's how the Alliance worked. It was based on achievement rather than coin.
I mean, nothing wrong with a meritocracy.
No, but I do fear that the Chair of Wealth and Divinity have not shown their faces to the Council for many years, and with the chair of honor gone, who was showing their face, that does not bode well.
Okay.
All right. Is there anyone that y'all can think of that would want these chairs to be lessened? I guess for political power or push of some sort?
Well, to be frank with you, if you control the city of Hanka, you control the wealth of the continent.
Wow.
Steve asking the important questions here. I like it.
Okay, so so we know there's this potential assassination or kidnapping of this high-ranking leader. Somebody is trying to take over Hanka, and from that, they'll be in a position to do a lot of other things. They'll have a lot of resources at their disposal. They'll be able to do pretty much whatever they want.
At that point, Liza butts in and reminds you of the maps and says, well, yes, unfortunately, anyone that controlled that much political power could even tell you lies about the geography.
Okay. And so are we going under the assumption that what has happened with this is a lie?
Well, I dare say that in my previous awakenings, it was far wetter, and I do so wish to see the fish.
Okay.
So two things. Who made the map? Does it like say like who made the map that shows like that there's no water and differences? Who made those maps?
These are the official maps, right?
Yeah.
Who
has
publishes
the
those
final
maps?
say? Like, who is your tippy top boss?
Well, when it comes to anything on parchment, the Chair of Scrolls.
Pair of scrolls. Okay.
So this
And-
Evelyn Marish is
Yes.
that okay? So we need to talk to this person.
And Marta, can you tell me anything about the epicenter of these earthquakes, or is there a trend or a line that they're lining up or something like that?
Yes, actually, if it would be possible, I wouldn't mind if you could check it out. Well, you see, the riverbeds are all drying up. I've confirmed that myself, as I'm sure you have. And when I look at the readings on my seismometers, it does point towards the sewers.
Well,
Okay.
that's,
So
The
the
sewers of
start-
Hanka?
Yes. I don't know if the actual quake and openings are happening there, but certainly whatever water is left and whatever earthquakes have been caused center around there.
fair enough. Then
Okay.
it looks
So-
like we have our starting point, right?
I say investigating the flow of the water and what is causing the earthquakes is our number one priority.
And
That does make sense. We can talk to Evelyn likely in a much larger time frame than we have
Not
to
even.
check out evidence about these quakes.
it really seems like a number of the chairs are conspiring to do this.
Right. So,
So-
we may not even get answers.
Yeah, this
And
is.
I will also say that if we talk to Evelyn first, we may actually tip them off about us looking into this.
Yeah,
So,
it's
Sure.
better to
I don't-
ask forgiveness or kill 6 people than to ask permission.
Well said, dearie. Also, just to let you know, I should probably mention. I do think your investigations into the ruins aren't a bad plan. I fear that there are connections that we can't see yet, but until we have more information, who knows? And like Liza literally excitedly goes, "To the fish!" and leaves the tent.
Oh.
So I'm gonna also relay the information to Liza and the group about the direction and how much water there was when I was trying to detect where it was, just so they know, and then I will continue to figure out where the water is using my control water periodically going forward, so we can keep a trend and track of it.
Yeah, nice.
Seto, I guess, gives Crick Crack and Yen a wave goodbye, and
For once, you almost swear out the corner of your eye you see Yen wink back. Yeah, and so you guys, following Liza, walk through the streets of Hanka as she leads you down. Walden, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
oh,
Perception. Not bad.
oh, that's a dope picture of
Ooh,
Hunka.
very perceptive, my friend.
Shit,
I like
yeah.
that picture.
That's sexy. I like
as-
it.
That is good. As you're meandering through the streets, you do kind of pop out at the plaza momentarily as you sink back into the alleys. Walden, you notice the Warforged you saw when you first entered Hanka by the fountain in the main plaza. You noticed that they are completely still. And it seems crumpled to the floor.
Okay. Can I just kind of like run over real quick, do a quick check on them?
Yep.
I'm going to try to see if anybody's kind of watching for that to happen. Like, while he does that, I'm going to keep an eye out for anybody trying, essentially, if that's a trap. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's waiting for that thing to happen.
Before that even happens,
Oh.
the entire party passes without trace throughout the entirety of Hank.
Oh, damn.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm not playing games with them.
These are the no games.
Yeah, fair.
All right.
If you could give me perception, Seto, and investigation, Walden.
18.
Cool. As you go up to the Walden, Steve cloaks you in a magic that allows you to not stand out as you, a Warforged, walks towards this shut down unit. It's a force unit, and they are slumped over. You kind of piece together that the recycled core, once that switch was flipped, returned the kind of soul bound to the fossil back into the cycle of the planes. And you realize that this
Oh.
Walden unit isn't damaged, it's at peace.
Okay, I didn't realize that like New Warforged had this like these like souls to them. Was that like something that was like told to us and I didn't know?
I think because your investigation, basically you showed Martha the papers, she talked to you about like the magic, you kind of pieced together that for you to have the autonomy you have and them not, there must have been something that was being restrained. So I think it's more something that Walden kind of pieces together from everything they've just been through and through like what Martha says.
Okay.
Yeah, and you kind of continue through following Liza to the sewers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. We'll keep
100%.
So yeah, you make your way there. As you do so, she turns to you all and says, "Now, careful, loves. It gets a little damp in here." As she heads down into the sewers of Hanka.
Yeah, Seto definitely pulls the old mask up. I mean, it's a sewer. It's gonna be stinkies.
Prestidigitate it to smell delicious.
I can do that for me, but I'm not doing it for everyone because I don't want to.
Wow.
We can all
Wow.
smell like raspberries on our
Wow.
nose. I forgot that I
Bullshit.
could do that
Yeah.
for a second, so that's fair. Yeah, we all have like he kind of pokes you on the nose, boop 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 boop, and for the next little bit, you have like raspberry smell.
I'm just trying to work out. Okay.
When I used,
As you make your way down, I'm trying to work out how to do this. It's not working. Why isn't it working? That works. This isn't working. Why is this not working? Love that for me. Love that. Thank you, roll 20. That's fucking great. Can you not be a folder then? Can you just work? Really? Okay, anyway. Yes, you make your way down into the sewers. And it quickly becomes apparent that this place is not well. You smell rot in the air as you kind of slump through these short corridors. You see small traces of the high desert sun barely coming through access routes. You see no real bodies to speak of, but every now and again you could swear you see the skull of a rat. As you trape further and further into the sewers, you come out into an opening.
Okay.
I'm definitely like readying my weapons because now I'm afraid about if I'm
Yeah.
worried about more undead.
yeah, fun's out, guns out. You know how it is.
I'm gonna like. Can I like? I don't know. You said that like I'm seeing like the bodies of rats.
Like the occasional skull, some bones. Yeah, not full bodies though.
Can I like? I don't know. Like, maybe like do like a survival check. Like check like were these things eaten? Was this like natural death? Is this like something that like they ate or something? Like figure out maybe cause of death of these.
Yeah, roll me that survival.
God damn.
One sec.
I think he missed.
From that, you notice that it's actually possible that these rats have been butchered ever so slightly. And I don't mean badly executed. I mean these have been filleted. Like the skin was removed with purpose.
Huh.
I
Something
relay that
did
to
not
the crew.
like this rat.
So, but that's also like different from like just undead, just like chomping at
Yeah,
shit.
that's a
Yeah. Very
I'm
conscious
definitely.
guessing
decision.
that them
That's a
these
kill.
some goblins down here.
That's that's only if we're lucky, Steve.
Well, something's down here.
Oh, I guarantee it's
That's
something.
all kind of
Good.
fancy like.
They're so much worse than goblins for sewers. Oh god.
Definitely keeping my shit ready.
All right.
Yep.
With my like, we'll say I'll use
Ready for a
perception.
fight, y'all.
With would I be able to piggyback off that and see the skill of the cut, not just that it was cut? Or is that just like me pushing it?
I'm gonna say that's pushing it a
Okay,
bit for
okay.
like
No, that's
yeah.
fine. I just wanted. It was just came to my head. I wanted to ask. So.
Yeah, that's cool. I would say, Steve, however, you would realize that like the only things that seem butchered with this much purpose, like you see some centipedes and stuff like that, nothing is done with the purpose that the rats are.
Is this like the kind of fillet where like they're taking like the pelts, or do you think this is for like eating?
Maybe both.
Okay, I relay that as well.
Oh boy, someone's
Oh.
definitely living down here.
Yeah, I could see some conflict coming our way.
Well, nothing to it but to keep moving.
Okay. As you
The normal
come,
fiery. Oops, sorry. I was muted when I started. I apologize.
it's okay. It's fine. As you find your way weaving through these tunnels and Liza leading you deeper into the sewers, you do notice a distinct lack of water where you'd expect it, an almost thick sediment at your feet rather than water. As you come to this opening and see grates at this entrance with small pillars keeping the room held up, you see a rocky crack leading deeper into what appears to be a slightly hidden section of the sewers
Oh,
with this beautiful light map.
beautiful.
Hmm.
All right.
This is all stone bits.
Seems like it.
Hello, my name's Steve.
I know, Steve.
Yeah.
Um,
Advance forward.
Oh, and I have more hit points than 59. Let's change that.
You and me both, buddy. High five.
As you
High five.
as you as you peer your head towards the crack in the wall, you see a small stone staircase leading deeper into a larger section of these sewers.
How big is this crack?
Large enough that you could walk through. The rest of the wall is completely crumbling and closing off vision, but this actually has like a staircase down. It's kind of like probably 2 foot wide.
Gotcha. So I look at Seto. I give some hand gestures and point to the staircase.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
First things first.
How long has it been since we got down here?
It's probably only been like half an hour if you're trekking through this place. It's not been that long.
Gotcha. So we all still have passive trace.
All right,
Yes.
sweet. So that's a 31 on my stealth. He is.
Are you going? Okay.
Well, yeah. That's
Okay.
well. I thought.
I figured you'd echo, but it's all right.
Oh, I have to be able to see, and I think I looked in the wrong place.
No. That you're not. I just put the stairs in the wrong place when I made this map. I'm so sorry.
Oh, all right. I was trying to be cool about it.
No. It's fine. Brill.
Yeah.
Um,
Steve in his ear hears a small whisper. It's like broken history in here. But no sign of a problem.
I can communicate back or no?
You can whisper, yeah. Nobody can hear you but me, and yeah, we're close enough, so we're good.
Anything living?
Not that I found. I'll do my perception to see if I can perceptigate anything up in here that might be moving, breathing, having any sort of life. And my I turn on my fucking monocle of detect magic.
Fabulous. Okay. Van second.
Nice. I gotta remember to do that. I gotta get like a fucking monocle piece to get for this, so I don't forget.
As you look round, you realize that your detect magic is going off slightly. You're kind of surprised, right? Because like this place looks very real to you, but something in your detect magic, although it's not directly pinging a big issue, like a big like, oh, something's dead, you know, really, really fucked up here.
Yeah.
You realize, like that basement in the church where reality seems slightly warped, something is having an effect here like that.
The monocle is telling me there's something fucking off here, but it's not telling me what. Yeah. And while he's still stealthed, I'm gonna ping
come
that
down
echo
and
out.
join him and perceive the shit out of time and space.
Yeah, I
As
set my
Steve
echo
moves
out.
in, I also move in. Yeah.
Okay. One minute. Well,
This is great.
did he crit?
Damn.
Are
Yeah,
you
he did.
again, Steve?
Steve, as you move into the darkness, nothing can stop your keen druid eyes. As you search, these broken pillars, tables, chairs, almost like a great banquet hall that you almost recognize yourself to be similar to Philbog, but actually maybe closer to Elven. You start to note that whatever effect is here, it's not so much that this place doesn't exist, it's that this place in time doesn't exist anymore. You see past the concept of an illusion. You see through the concept of pixels and maps. And it occurs to Steve that this could be a vision of a changed future.
What?
I
Like how we
relay that to the
changed-
group,
Oh, you mean like how we
and
changed?
then I want to.
Mhm.
Sorry. I relay that to the group, and then I want to look closer at these statues to figure out what they depict.
As you, you correct. I'll give it to you. As you look closer at these statues and you read the plinths, you realize that the one of them is the chair the one with angel wings that's crushed is denoted as the chair of honor, and the one in front of you right now is denoted as the Dragon Slayer. And you notice that he's got like equipment stolen.
Got like equipment stolen, and the one that's broken / maybe dead is the chair of honor.
Yeah. I
I
would also say that on a crit, you sense there is another living being close to you, but not in this hall.
relay that as well, and say that. Well, yeah, essentially just relaying that these statues, I believe, correspond to real people in the world, and that chair of honor is obviously broken, and that likely means that they're dead. If that is correct.
Huh.
But this is a future that's altered.
I mean, yeah, but like, what would change in order to have this? Like, there's...
I think that's what we have to find out. This could be like a control. Like, we step on an ant and that statue comes back. We know ants did something. This is not the case. It's an example. You know what I mean? But we find the water and the statue fixes itself. We know that something is happening right now based on the water that is killing that thing, and we have slightly more information solidified for us. if that makes sense. I hope it did, because my brain hurts.
Okay, well, we gotta figure out like what exactly this place was before the change. Like we gotta have a baseline as well to like, you know, what exactly is this place?
I'm gonna ask Turtle Lady if she knows anything more about the Dragon Slayer, or if this winged figure looks familiar, because I assume that the current chair of honor didn't have wings. I forgot what her name is.
Liza?
Evelyn was the chair.
Evelyn.
Oh no, I'm talking about Turtle Lady,
Oh, Liza.
Liza.
Oh, it's not letting me move. Hold on. Why? Oh, because I'm dumb. Yeah,
No.
Liza comes. Ooh. Liza comes over and says, "Oh, yes, this is quite strange. I feel like I remember this happening, but I don't know what caused it. This is Old Hanker. This is further down as the sand fell in. Why did the sand fall in?
Because the water went out.
The water did change. The fish! We were looking for the fish! And you see this almost glazed over moment where it's kind of like it's kind of like her memories are changing in front of you.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a second just to solidify my mind in this space and time, and be, I guess, cognizant and a little bit more proactive about any changes that may happen to me.
Okay. Roll me a wisdom save, Steve.
Wisdom save. I'll take it.
As you still yourself, you hear your heartbeat, you feel every sense in your skin and body, you unclench your jaw, and you realize you haven't looked at your flask today. You look down at your hip, you look inside your flask. The lavendafter is gone. Something has changed, and you remember throwing the ring through the portal. And then all of a sudden, deep into your memories, you're thrown back to a time where you met Seto's parents, where you aided some elves in crossing, where you spilt blood, but you didn't spill blood anymore. That didn't happen anymore. Something changed, and you didn't have to spill blood. You didn't have to save them from a pack of ravenous animals, because there was less evil back then. And although you did save them from their hunger, they survived this time. You helped them go back to their home, being unable to fully escape into the material plane, and you helped their child enter the village. And you remember the time that you met Seto's parents. You do not take damage as your memories change from this event.
I tell everybody to try to remember.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to dig up stuff from my past. This is I'm wondering now if a memory of mine had changed in a previous session and I didn't check to realize.
Yeah, so it's not about that right now. It's not.
For people genuinely trying to remember their actual memories, it would be a wisdom check.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Rolling
come
wisdom.
on.
Sage Tron.
Yeah, he can't do that level of introspection at the moment. Oh shit! There we go. Now my fucking voice. There you go.
If he's not willing
fuck.
to do it, I will look at Seto and said, "Remember your parents."
Walden, you tried to trace back the timeline in your mind, and it's almost like you weren't around when something changed because you don't feel in your body anything different.
Okay. Rolling wisdom. Oof.
Seto kind of like bristles at that. He's like, I just told you, I'm going through a lot and don't feel like being introspective, but you choose to ignore it. He's just, he's just like, he does, while he's normally like emotional, like he sways back and forth, he's very mercurial, like he's not usually this sensitive, you know what I mean?
You're not normally this serious.
Well, sometimes he's as serious as a fucking knife in your back, like but this is like, it's a vulnerability that comes with that, I guess, is more to add. But yeah, he's just like, I'm not doing that right now. Make your peace with it.
Do I remember any changes in Seto that could be considered a threat to himself or us?
No.
And I let it be.
Jorg, you trace your timeline back to with Steve's warning. You remember some fairly dark things that do upset you slightly as you remember your farm burning down, as you remember why you left the mountain region, but you don't feel like anything changed.
Okay.
Although everyone roll me a perception check.
Oh, I was so close to getting a really good one.
I'm not even looking outside or inside. I'm just,
You're just broody and angry.
yeah, I'm mourning and being like told to do some shit I don't want to do. It's
Can't fucking believe this.
did we both get ones, dude?
We
Oh.
both
Yeah.
got ones.
Yup.
Oh no.
As Jorg and Steve seem to sense danger, or at least something watching you, Seto, you are distracted at Steve's words, and specifically you remember the color of your mother's eyes burning like autumn. You didn't used to remember them.
Yeah, that's
Walden, something deep within your stomach starts to kind of feel uneasy as you realize whatever's happened, you weren't there to change it in the past, and you might not be able to change it in the future. And that's kind of what distracts you in this moment. But something is coming out of the darkness ever so slowly.
Before I address that, I want to try to remember one more time any changes about water.
Okay, yep. Wisdom check.
Oh no, did Seto's
Wis-
fault
wisdom
evaporate
check
the water?
or straight up wisdom check.
You're actively doing, not something doing to you. Yeah, you feel like that hasn't changed.
Okay.
But you do feel like you used to remember loads of dried up riverbeds around Hanka, but now you feel like when you were journeying over that bridge, it was swampier towards the Dying Lands.
Okay.
As you guys are kind of like in this throne room of memories in and of itself, a creature crawls up behind one of the statues, poking its head out, and that's what Jorg and Steve got a little glimmer of and understood was watching you. It seems that this strange, slimy creature has a sword in hand. As Rev, would you like to introduce how your character looks?
Hello.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm Rev, for those who don't know me. You see before you a grung, but this one is not a frog like they usually are. This one is a salamander. And it is yellow with a black back. And he's wearing a cloak made of rat hide, and he's carrying a chunk of great sword, broken and rusty. He can barely hold it, but he's probably holding it. And he goes like, "Hold! You cannot pass."
Hi.
This is my turf.
Yeah, there's a
Look,
gun
headless
pointed at
rats.
whatever the fuck that is.
No, stand down. Set out. Stand down. Hey.
The pipes is talking.
Yeah.
Pipes.
Does that have a hard R?
Hold.
Huh?
Like, is that like the racial term for like Warforged? Just calling them pipes?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I realize now what you meant.
Oh my
It took me a while.
Like I was.
Not a slur.
Okay.
Wow.
Look, just everybody calm down. All right. Okay.
You cannot pass. You headless rats to come here to steal water.
So okay, we're
Water.
not here to steal water. We're here to figure out why the water left.
No. Only rats come here, and rats only steal water. So you come here to steal water too.
But I'm not a rat. So like,
You aren't?
I mean,
Oh my
yeah.
god!
And I kind of like wave my hand like around. Like, yeah, I'm a metal.
You don't look like a rat.
Right. So, not here to steal water. I can't really drink water. So
But your pipes. Pipes carry water.
not always, but just look, we're here. Okay, so there used to be water, or there used to be a lot more water in this area, and it suddenly left, and we're trying to figure out why.
Yes, rats steal my water. I kill rats.
Okay, how long have you been down?
Always.
Okay, do you know what a year is?
It's many, many moons.
That's true. So, like, generally, how many of those would you say you've been down here?
All of them.
So you've noticed the congruent change in this room, but with no context. Like, if this room is affected by like a time thing, he would be the only one that noticed. Like, he would be the only one that knows the baseline, right?
That's a good point.
I-
Did this room look any different recently?
I don't know.
What you would know is
so
this is
adorable.
where this is where you slayed a dragon and took the crown of the dragon hunter. Like, you don't, like, you bested the dragon slayer. You have been here for time immemorial. You have risen from the ashes of this room, and you have no idea what they mean.
Yeah. He licks his eyes in confusion like,
Okay. All right.
Right.
Newt, roll me perception.
the natural one.
Oh no.
You're pretty sure rats are coming.
Rats are always coming.
There
You
haven't
bring
been
rats?
rats in a few days, and you sense rats.
Are coming. Did you bring rats with you?
No, we everything you see with us in this moment will be brought.
Do we have any water on us?
I mean, we each have technically water skins.
Ration wise, yeah.
I'm gonna give them some water. We go here. We're not looking to take water. You can have some if you'd like.
I drink it all.
Thirsty
It's okay,
fella.
water.
Cool. So, what do you say, friends?
What friends?
Allies, companions, people that you trust,
Compañeros.
compadres.
He licks his eyes, not understanding.
This.
I hate to interfere with new relations, as I just love it when people make friends, but I feel like I might have seen the tracings of this character before. Well, I was looking for fish.
I know this one.
You
Yes.
One is an alliance.
Oh, you've heard a lot more than I'd realized, but yes.
Yes. Pipes brings secrets. Brings voices. Everybody talkie.
Oh, what else have you heard?
Do you like secrets?
I love secrets. I write things down many a time in invisible ink just for the reason.
I have one very juicy secret.
Juicier even than a fish?
Becky is with child. Becky the bread maker,
Becky!
but it's not husbands.
Oh my goodness, what juicy gossip!
Is
Truly
it
was
th-
better than a fish.
Is it the coal? Is it the coal stables? Seto's just jumping in to ease tension. And he doesn't have his gun pointed anymore, and he's actually interested in the coal boy, but he doesn't want, like, it's a legit question for something I have later.
Oh, I just made that up.
Oh, fuck.
So I don't know. I mean,
Way to yes and.
it said she wants to make it official.
It's canon.
One more
now.
secret.
It's canon
Well,
Jack steals tips.
damn. Truly, the boy of the pipes knows more than we could fathom.
There's many secrets. The crooked one, always talkie behind the backs of the turtle. Yes.
Could you show us maybe where these pipes were that you heard things from?
Yes, follow. And he
Wonderful.
runs like a basilisk over the water. In this pipe,
Like
make
this.
sounds. The crooked one always talk about Bran Langford,
Wait, what?
Mr. Pie. What?
Okay, yes, that's an important name for us. That is a bad man, and we are looking to fight him.
Bran?
Yes.
Or Pie?
Brad.
If they're the same person, both.
Well, yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out.
No. Crooked One always talk about Brad to Pi.
Okay.
I listens. Brad talks. No, Brad not talk. Talk about Brad.
Oh,
Yes.
what
Okay.
do they say? And what do you hold? And what is something that you like that we could repay this secret with? And he kind of like flashes his hand like this, and then between prestidigitation and sleight of hand, it's not too hard to get a gold coin to show up. You know what I mean? That 20 dex is a bitch. But yeah, like, would you like a gold for your tail?
He doesn't pay you much attention.
You don't like gold? Do you like food?
I want my water back.
I was just about to say he loves water.
Yeah, we have that, but for you to get your water back, we might need to know what was said about Brad Lanford.
They just ask questions. I don't know. I don't always listen.
That's fair.
Okay. Well, we need to. We're trying to find the water, not to take it, but to make sure that we can make more. So we need to go a bit deeper to try to find that. Okay.
Above table. Technically, didn't Steve already find the water, but it was weird, right?
Well, there was a place where there should be water, but it was just like sediment instead.
Oh, all right.
So I'm trying to find like the bit, like I'm looking for like a large chasm or a crack where the water may have like poured into,
Mm-hmm.
which we haven't found.
You want to see my pond?
Sure.
Yeah.
So about table, what I told you is that there is a Crooked One in the Alliance, a traitor,
Mhm.
who's asking questions, is telling information about Brad Langford to buy Dawnseeker. Yeah. In case
Yes.
I didn't explain myself.
Yeah, I'm not good at notes, so somebody's gonna need to do notes for today. Just because I'm fucked.
Yeah. No. That is good to know.
I
Yes.
need no notes. I remember everything I see. Thank you.
And it's good to have confirmation that that Pi is also separate from Brad as an entity.
Mhm.
Yes.
They are two different people, because that was also kind of like we were on the fence about that. So definitely good to know. Before we go see the thing, I have one more question. In these conversations, did they ever ask about what's her fucking name? The other person, Evelyn. Did you ever
He
hear
has
that
an answer.
name? No. Okay. So this person may not be crooked. We don't know for certain, but that hasn't been involved in these conversations. Okay. Yeah, you wanted to show us something. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, follow. I don't know if this is interesting, Sage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, you want to do this.
Okay. So I
Um,
lead you to my home.
What is this?
as Newt leads you out of this kind of like strange area that almost shouldn't be here, you see a cracked pipeway system leading down further into the sewers.
Oh,
What are those fish in there?
no,
It's
it looks
seaweed.
like seaweed. Yeah.
Those look kind of fishy.
This one more specifically than these.
Well,
To be
this one
fair.
looks extra fishy.
See that one?
It's all seaweed.
Well,
Okay, so these are cracked pipes.
Well, there's
I'm
that
assuming there's no water in them currently.
You actually through the view, if you roll perception just to see, because it's quite dark down there.
Yeah.
Hold on. Cool. Yeah, you actually see a large opening down into the sewers further down, and you see what looks like the glimmer of the smallest amount of water down there.
Used to
Like-
be water that flowed through these pipes, but they don't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Pipes bring water and also voices. I hear the voices and I learn to talk.
That's
These
impressive.
These were pipe
Yeah, very smart.
systems. These were pipe systems that were created with like the old city, which is now abandoned and in ruins. But like, water is always going to be a problem in a desert. So the question becomes, why did they stop using this pipe system?
Well,
Yeah.
if the pipes go to a place that we can hear high level, that Newt could hear high level governmental conversations, it's almost
Pipes everywhere. Pipes noisy, and I hit a pipe to make a metallic noise echo. Kong, kong.
Can you roll me strength for that, please, Newt?
I'm not very good at that.
That's okay. Don't worry.
I'm just thinking like
5.
they
As you like bong that pipe, that noise kind of echoes out a little bit. Could everyone roll me perception, please?
Yes. Come on, D&D Beyond.
I mean, I'm no Steve, but
Better than me today.
And this one, I got you?
Seto,
This one.
Seto, as you open your awareness out, the others, Steve, I think you kind of notice it a little bit, but Seto, you realized earlier when Newt was talking about rats, you hear large scurrying above to the left.
oh boy.
And as you look over, Seto, you realize a shadowy black ichor falls to the floor as you hear the scurrying closer, coming towards you as a sneak attack of a gang of what may used to have been rats heads your way.
do I? Oh,
Sorry, Jorg, was that for a...
Oh my god, I meant to roll perception. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay.
that's a really good roll.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll add
Yeah,
your
keep the
perception modifier. I think
17,
it's
yeah.
+4. That's fine.
Wow.
21.
No,
Nice.
it's okay. It'd be like a 21, yeah. So, yeah, Jorg, you see this too as a drip of black ichor falls to the left of you. And we will end the session there, and we will start on initiative for a combat.
Whoa.
As we gain a party member and see what they're like. Next
Definitely
time on The
interesting.
Hills Have Bones.
Whoa.
All right.
Bone Masters.
Shit's gonna be crazy.
Remember
Alright.
to do your actual outro.
Oh shit! Thank you. I was literally just about to click the button. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and remember that life happens in every direction. Let's roll with them 1s and 20s. Everybody, fucking.